live from Stellenbosch.
Yes, well done. The
Yes.
pronunciation game is back on track.
I'm working on it. So it's lunchtime, day one.
Yep.
How do you feel the morning sweat?
I think it's been fantastic. I think the wide variety of speakers that we've had have been really engaging. It's been a full house with the amazing sponsors here as well. Couldn't have gone any better, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a fantastic setup, isn't it? And some of the speakers will count on first. The chief medical
Director, is right? Director of SC Rugby, yes.
South Africa Rugby.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. He did a survey of all the sports medics involved.
Yeah.
South African Rugby about what they value. Yeah. Sports dentists being involved. And it was overwhelming, yes.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've talked about in the UK is feel valued, integral part of the team, and it's resonated here as well. And, you know, with South Africa being the leaders in so many sports, to have somebody like Clint reiterate that amongst his medical colleagues is what we want to be hearing.
So you're back in your tartan?
I am indeed.
Always in your tartan?
I am indeed.
But there's something special about this tartan.
Yeah, this is a special tartan. This is in my name story tartan for M&D. So it's something that being a Scotland and British Irish legend, I always like to wear a tartan attire of some description when I'm speaking and go to these conferences. So it's only fitting that I wear this after his infamous night in Port Elizabeth when he was here with the Lions in 1987. So I think it's something where it draws attention, it raises awareness about charity, and, you know, yes, we're doing some great stuff with the podcast, but we like to talk about other things as well, and it's really important that we touch on things like this because it raises awareness. And you know, a big shout out to M&D and My Name's Doddy Foundation. Thanks very much for the trousers, and thank you to our sponsors as well, so Phillips and also Ionate for keeping us hydrated on this incredibly hot day in Stellenbosch. What are you looking forward to in the afternoon?
Relaxing because we've got our presentations over.
Yeah.
It's all about networking now, building this community and trying to support it. Also, I know our viewers don't know this. The setting where we are is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the Academy of Sport, but it's like what do you call that bit where they have a green in the middle of a square? They build it.
I don't know what it's
There's
called.
name for it.
Yeah.
But there is a swimming pool.
It is. Yes.
I have got my swimming shorts.
Have you got them?
So, as soon as this conference is over at 5 a.m., the shorts are coming on, and now you're getting up.
Well, that's a great shot, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, the Academy of Sport here is so well set up. And it's got the pool, like you said, and we've been seeing quite a lot of athletes who've been kind of coming in and out downstairs, and we're going to go and have some lunch, and, you know, we're going to bring some more interviews as the day gets on, but to chat to a few of the speakers, hopefully, and some of the delegates as well, and stay tuned. But yeah, we're halfway through the day, and there's still a lot more to come, but stay tuned, really.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. And some of the speakers, like, from every aspect, we had Anil talked about endo and the aspects for that. I thought that was fascinating. There's a bit for everybody. We've had sports medics talk, we've sports nutritionists talk, really high caliber speakers they've done a fantastic job pulling this speaker list together. So we're only halfway there.
Yeah, we're only halfway there.
So we're looking forward to this afternoon.
Absolutely. Stay tuned, guys. And that's it from us for just now.
Welcome back to the Sports Dentistry Podcast. Umar, you told me we can do a podcast looking down on the beach in Camps Bay. I didn't believe you. I thought it was a dream. I thought it was just a thought in the head. But look at this.
This is a dream.
This is a dream.
It's a dream come true.
We couldn't even dream this.
As we said before, this time last year, the podcast was just a little idea. And just look how it's developed over that year. And now the conference is over, and we're very lucky to be blessed with Imogen and our friend Christian, who's going to play us in.
He's going to play us in. Christian's going to play us in.
Kamina mina, waka waka, kamina mina san malewa, porque esto es África. Kamina mina, waka waka, kamina mina san malewa, porque esto es África.
Christian told me about his, what's it called?
Ukulele.
Ukuleles. And I didn't believe him. I thought he's like one of these guys. Yes, I'm a magician. I'm a magician. But he is.
No, it's true.
The whole way from Paraguay via Germany, Spain, Amsterdam, and now you're here with your ukulele.
And I lost first of all, but then it's here.
So we have had the most amazing few days.
Absolutely.
I didn't actually think it was going to come off, and we've had it. And I think the sentence that I sent in the group chat yesterday really sums up the last 3 days. I will remember these 3 days of my deathbed.
Oh, for sure.
It has been like it's been pretty special.
And you've said that quite a few times now, so I do believe you. But we want to get someone's opinion who only got involved in the South African Sports Dentistry Association literally 2 months ago. As we were starting to build, speaking to the Gander brothers about how are we going to promote this, how are we going to get it out there to a market we don't know much about from being in the UK. Luckily, our good friend Imogen, who helped with the UK Sports Dentistry Association, managed to up our social media level games. So Imogen, thank you so much.
No worries at all. It's my absolute pleasure, and it's a joy to be in the sun. So thank you for getting me out of the UK for winter. A little bit of summer sun in what is a very, very cold 0 degrees at the moment in the UK. So
Can
thank
you
you so
stop
much for
saying
having me.
that? Because I'm getting the flight back in 3 hours. All I can think of is rain and cold.
And I'm bringing
But
you down.
I think what the most important thing is, and it's even when you're working with a team and you're working in the clinic, it's knowing your strengths and working with people. And that's what we said 2 months ago. We were like, we need a little bit of energy for this conference. We said, we need to get Imogen involved.
Oh, no.
And Imogen was like, don't give me any more work. I'm already doing enough.
You know me, I'm a bit of a yes man sometimes, and that if I can help, I will try my best to. But doing the social media, it's been, it's hard work, as you said, and it is a lot of work, but it's been so fun as well. It's getting to do something different, creative, digital content, but also actually going to do a new conference. It's exciting. We've got big sponsors. We've got the Gander brothers as well. So it's something that it was really easy to put a lot of effort into.
And not only the Gander brothers, but the Gander OG was here as
Yeah.
well.
Yes,
I
yes.
know.
The OG, Daddy Gander was
I
here as
know.
well.
Absolutely.
But like
Proper
you
crack.
were talking to me the other night, and this is part of what I don't understand. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit older. I don't understand. But you were talking to me about the engagement of social media
Yeah.
that I don't really understand. And this we had this conversation the other night, and you're saying so many people wanted to see what was happening at this conference.
Yeah.
The engagement levels were massive. Can you explain that a little
Yeah,
bit?
absolutely. So with Instagram, when you have professional accounts, they give you a lot of statistics, and you've got to look for not just how many followers you've got or how many likes you're getting, but actually how many people are viewing your page, but not only viewing it, but coming back and seeing it again. And in the lead up, so sort of the last 2 weeks or so, we've gone from doing sort of like 25,000 views in the past 30 days. We're up to about 60,000 with just having finished the conference, which is massive. On all the pages I've worked at, we've only gotten as high as maybe 31. So seeing nearly 60,000 views is incredible. And it's really, it's really showing that actually the word of sports dentistry is really getting out there. And actually people are getting more interested in it. They're recognizing what we're about, and they're getting involved with the conferences, and they're wanting to know more.
I think I don't really understand it a lot, but I know you're really good at me. This is why me and Umar said we need to get Imogen involved. But I think you're that good that some of the professional speakers that came to speak at this conference because they wanted to get involved thought you were just a media manager.
Yeah.
That's how good you were.
It's,
Did you feel like a compliment, or did you feel you're not selling yourself enough?
I tell you what, it was quite funny because I think it's got to be to do with these quick reply times. So I spoke to all the speakers in the lead up to the event to get pictures and get a bit about them, a bit of bio and stuff. And so we're doing that little bit of interaction stuff, and then just coming back to them, like 5 minutes later going, yeah, okay, great. I've done your post. I've done this thing sorted. I think they must think that I don't have a day job. It's actually Adnil finding my own personal dental therapy Instagram page. He sent me a message and he said, well, it would have helped if you told me you're actually a dental therapist. I said, I'll do you one better. I've got an MSc in sports dentistry too. So it's been quite a funny conversation to have with people, but it's great because, we like to do lots of different things, be diverse in our skill sets. And, it's just, I guess, another feather in the cap, perhaps, maybe, which is really lovely.
Yeah, and I think before we dissect the conference, I think we should say to the Gander brothers, to Vivek and Janesh,
Thank you so much.
thank you so,
First of all, for the
so
t-shirts.
much for the t-shirts,
Yeah.
for getting us involved. But I think it's a great time for Christian to play a little song in homage for the Gander brothers.
Yeah, of course.
We Gander Brothers song.
Ganda Bolson. Thank you so much for everything here in South Africa. We are enjoying a lot with John.
So what a guy. What a guy. I have a question to ask Imogen. We spoke about me and Umar had this conversation about coming out, and I really didn't want to come out because I just didn't think I had the time and the schedule and to organize everything and get that balance. But my wife would say to me, I spend a lot of time on my phone. So when I come home after commute, I spend a lot of my time on my phone. But that's how the world has went now. We do a lot of things on our phone. But for you that is so good at the social media and stuff, how do you get that balance where you are not on your phone?
I think it's funny you say that because I am on my phone all the time, and everyone is forever telling me, going, get off your phone. Because to be honest, in some ways you have to play the game to win the prizes a little bit. You have to look and see what people are doing, what the trends are, what's changing. And the only way you really know that is by sitting and spending a lot of time on it, which is unfortunately my perhaps my little bit of my flaw. And I do spend, instead of that 10, 15 minutes, or I should say, 45 minutes, an hour in the evening watching TV, at the end of the day, I'm decompressing by looking and going, what's happening in sports dentistry? What's the funny trends and things that are going on there? So it's actually a bit of my decompression time, but I'm always on it. And unfortunately, my work-life balance with my phone is not good.
That's so difficult, isn't it? Because
is.
you do everything now with your phone.
Yeah.
And then just to be able to set that aside. But what I really enjoyed about this conference was the in-person conversations. It was like, yes, we had to promote it a lot when we were here, and you had to do a lot of promotion. But when the conference finished and we sat down at the winery, and then yesterday at the Sevens, it was them in-person conversations. It was a nice break from reality, a nice break from being in the clinic or being on our phones.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that, because I think actually that conference dinner was probably the longest I hadn't spent on my phone in the past month or so.
Yeah.
It was really nice to actually sit down and connect with people. But people go and they say, oh, I've seen what you're doing. And then you can actually use it as a starting point to then talk more about what people are doing. So looking at, for example, I know some of the guys that attended have their own courses, but I found that out through doing the social media profiles on them. So asking a little bit more about that was, that was fantastic. And you can actually then develop those insights a little bit more. But then, even new people you meet, you have a fantastic conversation about one of the lectures you listen to, or just, really actually the scale of what we managed to achieve, which was really fantastic. And at the end of it, you go, well, let me get your socials and we'll stay in touch. And it's then that link of, they're never going to go away. That social connection's always going to be there as well. And it's almost like you can pick right back up where you left off the next time you see them, because it's actually, you've not really gone away from their lives. So you're still sort of posting up what you're doing, they're posting up what they're doing. So you still know what each other are doing. So when you see each other again, it's that meaningful conversation straight away. You haven't got the fluffy chit chat almost. It's brilliant. And that conference dinner was a great example of.
Yeah, and I think for the people who are watching this and listening to this, can you just talk us through your journey to arriving in Stellenbosch on the Thursday, setting up on the Thursday night, into the conference on the Friday, and then the dinner, and then the Cape Town Sevens yesterday? So from your journey point of view as a delegate, so take off your SA sports dentistry hat,
Yeah.
come from a delegate viewpoint.
Yeah.
Can you explain to the people listening what it was like?
To be honest, I think this is up there with the best conference I've attended for as a delegate. The quality of the lectures was absolutely fantastic. So looking at the schedule and the program first and foremost, it really does build that excitement, because it is jam-packed from 8 a.m. to 5 o'clock. There's the 1 hour lunch and the little coffee break, but still those are times that actually are being really well utilized. The variety in lectures as well, we heard from dietitians, we heard from sports medics, we heard from dentists, we heard from guys with more aesthetic backgrounds, really quite varied. But again, it's with that overarching theme of sports dentistry. So you've got that excitement, but then to not only have that, but then go and have these lectures, which are really high quality, people who really know what they're talking about and can talk about it with, such ease as well. Because, having done my own talk at Manchester one. It's not easy at all, and you guys make it look like, you know, it's like second nature to you guys, and we really, really do. And it really actually, as a delegate, makes you feel more comfortable, and you almost feel really motivated to get involved in it yourself, because you guys are so like, you can do this, and we're going to give you a toolkit to do it, and it's really uplifting, and that's fantastic. You get through the day, and then you get to the dinner, and you go, great. I know the word on everyone's lips is like, what can I do next? What's the next thing? Where do we go from here? And that's what you want from a conference. You want to be able to say, actually, no, this made a difference, and it's in the forefront of my mind, and I want to do something about it next week. That's like, you know, that's what we can hope to achieve, and that's brilliant.
And we spoke about it a few times that this conference, I know we have come from the UK, but Vic asked us to know, I would love to do something similar in South Africa, but it was not about this weekend.
No.
This was the start of something special, and I think, and I really hope, and we've met lots of good friends from South Africa, I think the next conference is going to be even bigger and better in October next year when they link it in with SASDA. It's going to be fantastic, and that's the reason we came. The reason we came was, it was not for us, it was not for this weekend. It was to try to help people start something special.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've been getting that feeling for the last few days.
You're completely right, because speaking to Babik yesterday, we'll talk about the Capetown Siblings in a minute, but we had really good, deep conversations with both the Gandabillas yesterday, and you can just see how emotional they were in terms of, they said thank you a lot, and it got to the point, and I said to Babik, stop saying thank you. We know you really appreciate it. And you can see or hear in his voice the trembling, the tears in his eyes, because his dad said, sons, you have done something special here. And for their dad to be here to witness all of that is incredible. And that takes us on quite nicely to when the OG Ganda was at the Bears Cliff. So Christian, take us from the during the day conference. We're now arriving into Bears Cliff, and a nice song to play before we discuss what happened at Bears Cliff.
Yeah. But I have a song for all the people from South Africa. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Sing South Africa, sing South Africa, and all the people from here, for everything during these days. Thank you so much.
Once you switch to Philips Sonicare, you'll feel real care. Sonicare.
I would just like to say that anybody that maybe doesn't know Christian, he's actually a sports dentist from Paraguay. He's not just somebody we have said, oh, you want to be in our podcast. Do you know what I mean? He leads up the Latin American group of sports dentists. So, like, you just think it's this guy we met last night, and we're like, come on, play a few tunes on our podcast.
Yeah, of course. I'm
Here. Yeah, so that takes us on really nicely to Bears Cliff. Talk us through that journey from going from the dinner, very smooth, to Bears Cliff, and just the hospitality that we had.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, I think you took a fantastic video actually of the drive up. It really does set the scene for quite an epic venue, and I think that is the word for it. You know, having the mountains opposite you, vineyards in front of you, they have a lovely water feature outside as well. It's almost spa-like, and you know, the free-flowing wine as well, you know, is very good. But obviously everyone getting there and actually having that time of networking. I know networking is, I think, your favorite word.
Our favorite.
It's a favorite word.
Is your net worth.
Yes, that's very true words to live by, that's for sure. And actually just being able to speak to everybody in a little bit more detail, also get to know people in a bit more of a relaxed, informal setting where they're not so in work mode. So we all have that work mode, right? You know, the dentist, dental therapist hats that we wear. And then, you know, we go home, but it's actually getting that little bit of, you know, that bit of informality is really nice, and kind of figuring out where everyone's living, what they're getting up to, what their interests are, what's brought them to sports dentistry, because everyone's got a really personal story, right? And it's actually figuring that all out, and it's really quite lovely. And then getting all the photos taken, making those memories, and, you know, as you were saying that you'll be remembering this on your deathbed, you know, it's something that you sit there and say, actually, no, I was so glad that I was a part of this, and having those lovely photos to look back on in that epic setting again is just brilliant. And then obviously following up with that fantastic dinner to kind kind of line the stomachs a little bit more as well. But also it was just fantastic food, fantastic wine, and fantastic company. I remember saying the next morning, I don't think I'd laughed so hard in a long time. My stomach muscles were actually aching. No Pilates necessary for a week or two, I think. But yeah, it's fantastic.
It was great. And I really don't want to sound like the only white ginger person here, but I think I need to get out of the sun. So I think we're going to have to wrap this podcast
So
up.
we got one last thing to discuss, which was the Cape Town Sevens.
Oh,
So Christian, we arrive at the DHL Stadium. The music is going. People are in a great mood.
Did you see yesterday they had to hide the DHL?
Yes,
did they?
I did see that.
It must be a different, I don't know what the
Okay,
politics is there, but they had to hide the DHL. So I'm not sure we're allowed to say it. DHL.
Okay, so,
it
the
says-
stadium, so we get to the stadium. So Christian, can you play us a little bit of music? We'll talk about the Sevens
Stadium,
yesterday
yeah.
and then we'll wrap up.
There were 7 series. It's the best in Cape Town because of the party of the people. We have enjoyed a lot in the stadium.
I spoke earlier on this year in the podcast about the time I went to Rome to watch the rugby and the party that was outside the stadium.
Yeah.
And that gave me this, yesterday was the same vibes.
Same, yeah.
We had the DJ playing, everybody was dressed up. It was great vibes.
The most beautiful thing was watching the South Africans supporting the Blitz box
Yes.
and just the excitement and the buzz and watching the girls and the guys just interacting and winning. And it was
Special.
the most beautiful, beautiful day. And it's hard to describe, but if you could describe it, how would you describe it?
Well, the atmosphere is just electric, wasn't it? It's, you feel it in every fibre from fingertips to the, top of your head. And it is that excitement, that, that energy, that electricity you feel really is just quite phenomenal. But you're absolutely right. I was watching the other teams and stuff, but nothing like the actual, the box actually coming out for, coming out to Thunderstruck as well, such an anthem as well, really going for it, bringing the fight tunes, it was just truly electric is the word that I
It was
use.
good. Electric is a good word. That's good. And I think that's what we're trying to do with these sports energy events, because that's what sets us different from every other dentistry. We all have to do our CPD, we have to do our continuing education, we have to do everything. But so we have so many choices on what to do. Where will I go into a conference and should I go this? But this is what makes sports dentistry special, is the sport and the athletes. That's why it was such a great weekend. Not only did we have the athlete Q&A, but 2 of the Springbok legends and sevens, Nadine, who played in the recent Rugby World Cup.
Yep.
When we were in Manchester, we were talking about this with Elizabeth, and she spent so much time with everybody. And we seen her yesterday in the stadium.
Yeah, we did. And she said
And
hi.
she said hi and all. It was so, remember,
yeah.
it was so fantastic. And
Yeah.
I think it's not, yes, it's about dentistry and getting better at dentistry, but it's about sport and the athletes and the event. I think this is what makes sports dentistry special.
Yeah, and I think we also just need to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
Yes.
Powered by Philips, we've all got our Sonic Cares here.
Yeah.
Ionate kept us fueled yesterday and the day before and today. So without those guys, a lot of this wouldn't be possible. I've lost my voice just with all the laughter and all the chatting yesterday as well. And I got emotional yesterday because the last time I was here was on my honeymoon 7-8 years ago. As you know, it's been a difficult year
Yes.
for me, and to come back and just feel the vibe and the energy and the amazing friends that we've met and that we'll stay in touch with. It's hard to describe.
Brilliant.
It's hard
And the
to
next
describe.
time we come back, we've got to bring Julia,
Yes.
who is a dentist, so she's no excuse. She should be here.
So thank you, Imogen. Thank you so
No,
much
thank
for
you
your
having
time.
me.
Christian, thank you so much. If you'd be so kind. Once John has his final words, you can play us out.
You can play us out.
Okay. Could be an Italian song.
Yes, you
Anything.
can do whatever you want to do, Christian.
Forse non sarà una canzone a cambiare le regole del gioco, ma voglio viverla così questa avventura, senza frontiere con il cuore in gola. Notti magiche inseguendo un gol sotto il cielo di un'estate in sudafricana e negli occhi tuoi voglia di vincere un'estate, un'avventura in più. Un'estate, un'avventura in ghost.
Like, I think he did that on purpose because he knows I can hardly speak English, and he's just proven he speaks Italian as well. He's just trying to annoy me.
Me neither.
Thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. If you weren't at Cape Town, you have missed a special 3 days. It really was special. I need to go now because I'm ginger. I'm in the sun. I need to go get a flight, but definitely come back. The next one's going to be in October 2026, back in Stellenbosch as part of SASDA. You do not want to miss out. If you, after the last 3 days, like, it was amazing.
Yeah. And, you know, views like this, beautiful Camps Bay, late 20 degrees. We've had some beautiful, beautiful food, some beautiful coffee, beautiful people, beautiful country.
It's been so good.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you again.
Hopefully.